over the teeth and through the gums. Look out, liver. Here it comes. What's up, motherfucks? Well, here we are. The last thing I said to you folks, I'm fucking with my microphone. I guess I probably should that before I start talking. We all know how professional I can be sometimes. So the last one of the, messages I conveyed to you last week was that destroying Minneapolis is a mistake and a disservice to your cause, and that I didn't want to see Minneapolis destroyed, and I didn't want to see my hometown, my own city here, Salt Lake City, destroyed. Now, the whole city wasn't destroyed, but that following day, hours later, there was a fucking riot here. Yeah, there was a goddamn riot. 23 police officers injured, 40 arrests, a cop car flipped over and set on fire. One woman took a shit on it before they set it on fire. Another guy who thought he was fucking John Rambo went up there with a bow and arrow and a knife. It's the sound of a Sam Jackson opening. Yeah, this old fat fuck thought he was John Rambo. Went into the lion's den. Because he was going to back up the police with a knife and a bow and arrow. And it wasn't a compact bow where you could put several arrows on it. Like linked on the sides, so you could fire really quickly, one after the other. It was one of those old school handcraft bows that wasn't all that fancy. It didn't look terribly compound to me. I mean, it was more compound than the one I have, which is basically just like a horse riding bow that Mongolians used to fire arrows off of, but that's beside the point. It's a single shot bow, and he's loading up a shot, and he just gets rushed, and his whole idea was, I'm gonna back up the police, and he goes down there and starts shit with people, and he tries to fire a couple of fucking bows off, and arrows off, and he gets his ass whooped, and his car set on fire. The shenanigans, man. A lot of fucking shenanigans. And after the riots, Salt Lake City set up a curfew. So all week until 2 days ago, I was getting these notifications saying, curfew in effect, no one outside their house after 8 p.m. unless they're doing, going to work or church services or, getting food or this, that, or the other. But still that, makes me think in the back of my mind, oh, okay. Anyone that's out driving late at night when I get off work, midnight, 1 o'clock sometimes, and no one else is on the street, and there's a bored cop right there, he's gonna fucking pull me over. Because people don't know how to fucking act. Oh, God damn it. I'm upset. I'm pretty fucking irritated. Curfew went away 2 days ago. So there's been protests all week, but they stopped rioting. And the riot, Black Lives Matter released a statement saying that wasn't us rioting. That was outside agitators and Antifa, and like we wanted it to be a peaceful protest because if you riot, then it takes the focus off of the protests and it puts it on the riots, which is true. If you go and riot somewhere, no one's focusing on the cause. They're focusing on you wrecking shit. And I remember, I don't remember. I remember learning of Martin Luther King saying that a riot is the response of a person with, like, the voice is the reaction of the voiceless. Like, people that aren't listening to you, then it could cause frustration and then it leads to riot. But then, he never fucking rioted. He never incited the riots. He met with the, who was it, the students in the South in Alabama, which is actually where the Black Panthers started. It wasn't San Francisco. It was that dude, Stokely Carmichael. And they met him. I don't remember the name of the group. It was like something students. Anyway, they met with Martin Luther King, and he's like, no, you guys are too fucking violent. He's like, no, you guys are like for carrying guns and violence. So I can't get down with that. I can't boogie with that. So they kind of broke off and became like their own kind of militant thing, which, I don't know. I've heard a lot of different stories. I've heard that the Black Panthers used to go around beating the shit out of Vietnam veterans as they were like getting home from their tours. You know, as soon as they get back into their hometown with their uniforms on, they would jump them. That Huey P. Newton was a drug dealer, and even Bobby Seale himself said he was afraid that he was going to have to kill Huey P. Newton because Huey got into dealing drugs. I think that's actually like backed up. I think that's actually a true story. And Bobby Seale said he was going to have to kill Huey Newton. Anyway, Martin Luther King never fucking rioted. And I tend to believe that, like, the Black Lives Matter people in Utah weren't the ones rioting. I think it was Antifa. I think it was Antifa and little crust punks, and then anyone that just saw, oh, here's an opportunity to fucking wreck shit, not get in trouble for it. This will be fun, because they can't arrest all of us, right? That whole mindset. So, yeah, there was a fucking riot. And for the rest of the week, it seemed like our governor Herbert, who does a great job, I think is a great governor. A lot of people shit on him. A lot of people from the left shit on him, but I think Governor Herbert does a really great job. And he met with some of the black leaders this week, and he's been doing a lot to, like, I don't know, get people to start talking and start, not wreck shit. Protest if you will. And the police force, Mike Brown's been doing a great job. And, yeah, man, I think, like, on one hand, it kind of makes me proud, like, of the people here in Utah. Not the fucking rioters, obviously, fuck them. But, like, some of the leadership in Utah, they're trying to, talk to people and have a dialogue and all that. And, I don't know, it seems like the way to get people to not wreck your fucking city. And there wasn't looting here. Like, as far as I know, there wasn't any looting. The people weren't, like, running into fucking, like, Target and running out with TVs and shit. It was more just like pissed off vandalism and people spray painting on things. And yeah, like the cop car got flipped over and that dude's car got flipped over and all. ACAB tags everywhere, which are always fun to see. Ah, man. You know, fuck, I guess I should. I'm sorry, guys. I guess I should do my intro greeting thing that I normally do. Rock Up Podcast brought to you by Blackbird Tattoo and Piercing, 300 South State, Clearfield, Utah. Go there, get tattooed, get pierced. Also, Anti-All Forever Records. Go there, go to spikesandhate.storeenvy.com and buy some shit. You guys can always reach me at rockuppodcast@gmail.com. Anyway. It makes me proud, like, of Utah, that people are talking and stuff, and there's been protests every night this week, but nothing got trashed, and that's well within people's right to fucking protest. That's in the Bill of Rights, legal, assembly, the right to assembly. So, people want to protest, go ahead and protest, but you start wrecking people's fucking businesses, that's a problem. Man. So, the cops responsible for the fucking murder of Mr. Floyd, Devin Chauvin, and then his three accomplices, they have all been arrested and they all are having charges filed against them. At first, Derek Chauvin was going to have a third-degree manslaughter, but now it's been pushed up to second degree. So I think that's like the difference is third degree would have been like 2-3 years, and like third and second degree is more like 10 to 15. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to verify that with some of my friends that have been to prison. But there's been conversations being had. A life unexamined is not one worth living. And I think it's good to every once in a while take a look at yourself and see what you're doing in your life, and are you an agent of goodwill and positivity and leaving a legacy for your children to see, or are you an agent provocateur? Are you out there causing shit and trying to incite violence and fear? No matter what side of the aisle you find yourself falling on, I'm related to a good handful of cops. I love each and every one of them. They're my family. They're my blood. I have black folk in my family. They're my family. They're my blood. I love them. And maybe time for some hard conversations, I guess. I always kind of dismissed, like, police brutality against minority groups as something that was kind of exaggerated. But I also know that cops can be fucking on a power trip sometimes. I've heard a lot of stories. I only pay attention and remember the ones that I actually believe. I'm not going to share any of them with you here, so don't worry. Everyone's been coming out with their fucking hard luck stories lately. I don't need to be another person doing that. I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Be kinder. Be nicer to people. Leave people the fuck alone. I don't know, man. But yeah, Trump really pissed me off this week by his whole threat of sending our military into our towns and cities. That's not what a conservative would do. And I had a kind of a little back and forth with Mr. Mike Cadaver from the Corpse Cast podcast. And we were talking about that, and he said that's why I call myself conservative, not Republican. Because he didn't agree with it either. I don't know, man. That shit looked like tyranny. And what are the people that were in, Michigan, and they entered the Capitol building, it was, or the government building with guns? What were they doing? What was their message? And I think overall the message was against tyranny. And what are all these folks that are peacefully protesting the murder of George Floyd? I think that also has to do with it's against tyranny. And it kind of makes me proud to be an American that, like, whenever anything happens, there's some people that'll stand up and be like, wait a minute. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. We're America. We're supposed to be better than that. We don't do tyranny here. You know, we're a republic. So, and publics are supposed to be ran, by the people. I like the phrase about governments. People shouldn't be afraid of their governments. The government should be afraid of their people. But I mean, you gotta go about it the right way, because a lot of times the people don't know what the fuck they want. All they want to do is give sound bites and buzz fucking words and cry about nonsense bullshit, But I don't think that's what's going on right here. Sometimes it's a legit fucking complaint or act against tyranny. And yeah, any stance against tyranny is probably more in line with what our founding fathers would have supported and been for, at least, at the very least, philosophically. I do have some music to play tonight. Maybe I'll get into a song right now. But yeah, I have a whole long list of people to say fuck you to. But I'm not going to do all that. I'll keep that list to myself. There's been enough nonsense bullshit this week. I don't need to add to it. But what I can add to is your good folks listening enjoyment. It is 12:28 in the a.m. and I'm going to play you some Cursed Be Thy Flesh. Well, goddamn, I got some breaking news. Just happened just now. So while I do this thing, I saved the pictures of the bands so I could post them on the Facebook page and Instagram and all that other bullshit. So people know, here's the bands I played tonight. Here's a little bit of artwork for their albums. So you can see it and recognize, oh, that's that band. I'm going to go buy their shit. Anyway, Shit Christ has a 2-song demo up on their Bandcamp for $1 for 2 songs. And I just saw that just now. I have been off social media all week. And sometimes you miss a couple things that are cool. Oh shit, man. Yeah. I'm excited about that. And I'm probably gonna play some of their stuff. In the meantime, I got another song. I have all these songs lined up to play, and now, like, I don't know, man. Now I want to fucking play that Shit Christ stuff. Well, we'll see about all that. In the meantime, I'm going to play a song from a band from Australia called Bone Marrow, Entangled in Symbiosis. Had to do all this like little fast movement stuff so I can get that so I can play one of those Shit Christ songs for you. Oh, fuck a butt. don't know if you guys can hear that, but that wind is blowing hard. Sam Adams Boston Lager. It's delicious. Okay, so pose a question to you guys, and then I'm going to drop all the bullshit. About all the serious, like, riots and protests and murdering people and all that, like, stuff. Okay. And I love and hate people on both sides. So, this is truly fair and balanced question. As much as anyone else can really claim to be. Oh, fuck. Okay. So, where do we go from here? So, what now? What changes now? You ponder that. And you listen to this song. Hold Your Call by. Wait, no, the band was Hold Your Call. Song was Oubliette. Oubliette. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Anyway, I thank you all for tuning in this time and tuning in and joining me for another Friday. Today actually happens to be my older brother, my much, much older, decrepit, bones achy, just hair falling out, sad brother. Just kidding. Just joking, Nate. But yeah, no, seriously, today is my older brother's birthday. And happy birthday, big brother. I was happy to be able to spend a little bit of time with him yesterday, with my son and my cousins and my other sons and my mom and other people. It was nice though. It was a nice time, and I want to leave everyone on a positive note here. So I'm very, very, extremely excited to be playing this band. I know they're super talented, local members of several different local bands, all stellar musicians. Couldn't be happier that they're playing music and have a band. I love the name of it. It's Shit Christ. And yeah, they have a 2-song demo up right now on Bandcamp. So go check that out. It's $1, okay? It's $1. You don't have $1 laying around in your bank account. Oh, you got bigger problems than I do. You got bigger problems in this country. Tell you what. But yeah, I can't be more excited to be playing this song right now. So, thank you all for tuning in. Remember to hit up Blackbird Tattoo and Piercing for all your tattoo and piercing needs. And go to spikesandhatestoreenvy.com to buy things from those smelly, crazy motherfuckers. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in. And without further ado, very excited to be playing the first Shit Christ song I've heard in entirety, The Pledge.